Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hi, this is Mike Purcell. Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, diversity, and often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but it's actually just the Disney Parks Podcast.
Just make believe you're a tiny little seed. A tiny little seed that's reaching up to meet your need with the right amount of faith and the right amount of earth.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John, and I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. With me, as always, is my co-hostess with the mostest, Mr. Tony Casanova from Disney by the Numbers. What's up, my friend? How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Hanging
in there?
I'm okay. We're just waiting for the hurricane to hit.
Yeah. Just waiting for Orlando to be blown off the map.
I seem to remember two guys that looked a lot like us, except much less good looking, talking about relocating to Florida.
Yeah.
And talking about how hurricanes could or could not be a factor. So maybe God was like, yeah, watch this.
Yeah. You want to see factor, buddy? Here's a factor.
Here's a factor. Aren't you glad you relocated? Bam.
The factor is the wind is going to get up to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So we have a great show for you tonight. If you are listening to the iTunes or Stitcher or whatever, we encourage and invite you to come Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We record the show live without a net and with an audience because you can watch us and chat with us live at DisneyParksPodcast.com. We do this every week. We encourage you guys to come watch a couple of knuckleheads talk about Disney, chat about stuff. We also record our Infotainment Show that night. So you know what? It's a good 2 hours of fun. You can come in, come out, do what you got to do. But we want to invite you guys to come and watch the show as we record it live. And that's all I got. So let's go ahead and tell them about our sponsors for this week, Tony.
The sponsor this week is our good friends at themeparkconcierge.com. If you're planning a trip to the Orlando area, contact Theme Park Concierge. They will take care of your dining, your fast passes, and then take you around the park and get you where you need to be, when you need to be there, for really relatively cheap. These guys do a great job. They take all the stress out of the planning and the doing, and they will really take great care of you, your kids, your family, your entire entourage. So go visit them at themeparkconcierge.com. That's concierge with an S. You can give Ramon a call directly at 407-257-9973 and discuss any of your needs and what you want to do and what you don't want to do. They have this whole thing, kind of a survey that you fill out so you can find out, more about your traveling party and customize the trip to you. So go check them out, themeparkconcierge.com. Tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you, and they'll take 10% off your invoice.
Excellent. And we have some late breaking news. We've been talking about our October meetup, which is going to be a dinner with Disney master artist Kevin John. If you were waiting to get tickets, we got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
That event has sold out.
So,
very excited. So that is going to happen on October 28th. But if you were listening to this before October 9th, we're still going to have a little meetup. It's going to be the Main Street Electrical Parade Bye-Bye meetup. It's going to be at 4 p.m. at the train station. The parade starts at 9 on October 9th. So here's the plan. We're going to get to the train station around 4 p.m. and we're going to camp out there. So we can send people for food or drink or whatever we want to do.
Right.
But the parade's going to start at 9. We're going to try to get a good spot. And we found out my grandfather is is not doing well, and it's been a few years since I've been home, so I'm actually going to be flying home on the 7th. So I am not going to be there, but I'm going to try to get Parkhopper Sid to be there because she needs to say goodbye. Some Parkhopper needs to be there to say goodbye to the Main Street Electrical Parade. So that's going to be October 9th.
Yeah.
And then
I will say this, too. I was checking their schedule today, and it looks like they're going to run the parade at 9 and 11. So, if it's too crowded at 9, which it may be, we may hang around and see the second show at 11 as well. I may stay for both. I know it's a school night, for me. But, if it's not going to be around for a while, I may want to, make sure to take full advantage.
Fair enough.
And hopefully Disney will do something nice. Give us a pin, a button, a sticker. I don't know. I hope they do something.
Did you get a 45th anniversary pin?
I did. Diane got me one.
Oh, thanks, Diane.
Yeah, she grabbed me one. Yeah. Somebody's looking out for me.
There's two of us on the show. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
We've also had a little bit of a change. We originally said that the Christmas crawl was going to be on November 19th. We're changing that to December 3rd, correct?
Correctamundo. There was something on my calendar November 19th. I don't know what it is now. But when I looked at my calendar, like, ruh-roh. Conflict of scheduling. So, yeah, we're going to move it to December 3rd. And that, I think, has a better probability of even more Christmas decorations being up and even maybe the gingerbread house being finished at the Grand Floridian. So, I think that'll work out a little bit better for us.
Yeah. And again, most of the time we do crawls there, bar to bar, but the whole goal really is to see the Christmas lights and the decorations. If you want to grab a cocktail, that's on you. I'll be doing it. I don't know about everybody else, but so that's going to be on December 3rd now, not the 19th. It's going to be December 3rd, 7 p.m. We're going to meet at the Contemporary at the Outer Rim bar, shockingly enough. And so that's going to be on the 4th floor where all the shops and all that good stuff is. So it's towards the back. It's right next door to Chef Mickey's. So that's where we're going to meet 7 p.m. on December 3rd. And then the last thing is we don't have a date set up yet. We're going to do lunch with a Disney Imagineer. So you're going to have the opportunity to sit down with an Imagineer, ask him all the questions you've always wanted to ask an Imagineer, like, hey, why can't we get Pandora done? Or, hey, how is Universal kicking our butts as hard as they're kicking it? Or, hey,
I don't think any of the Imagineers would know the answer to any of those questions you're asking.
Probably not. So
not without a marketing person or their supervisor
or a lawyer.
Or a lawyer.
Yeah. So we don't have a date set, but if you're interested in having lunch with an Imagineer, why don't you email us at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you guys are excited about, and then we'll start setting that up.
Yeah. And the last thing is, or kind of almost the last thing. Don't forget to sign up for the Disney T-shirt club. The Halloween shirts are going out tomorrow. You can't see them, but there's a big box of packages. This is the Halloween shirt this year.
Ooh, pretty.
And it glows. It glows in the dark. So I don't have mine fully charged, otherwise I turn out the dark lights and see how well it glows. But it just came out of the box, so it's not charged.
It's not a video podcast. It's an audio podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying for the people that are watching, they'd be able to see it.
Understood.
Good incentive to watch. If you want to sign up, go to DisneyByTheNumbers.com. On the left-hand side, you'll see DBTN Shirt Club. Sign up there. That's all you have to do. We email you. You buy only the shirts that you want. It's not a subscription club. It's just, you buy the ones you want. We have 2 awesome shirts for Christmas. So if you get in by October 10th and sign up and buy your shirt, you will get possibly, you can buy 2. You can buy just the one or whichever one. We have a great Mickey shirt and a Darth Vader Sithmas shirt. So go check those out. The other thing I wanted to mention is Disney by the Numbers book is right now on sale, and I guess the sale is free shipping. So if you want an autographed book signed by me, numbered, and we get you put on the numbered book list, I will sign it, send it to you, and the shipping will be free. You can also do that at DisneyByTheNumbers.com. On the left-hand side, look for DBTN book, and you can make your purchase there. If you don't want it signed and you really don't care, you can go to Amazon.com and buy it from them. And then also, don't forget, we are having a giveaway until October 13th. You can go to Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Check out our giveaway. Sign up. There are certain things that you can do each day to increase your probability of being selected. And it's completely at random. So go do that as well. We're giving away a cruise line blanket, something from their, their riverboat cruise people, and an Adventure by Disney canvas bag. So, and I may throw in a book. I have some other things I may toss in there too, some buttons and stickers and lanyards and other baubles that I got laying around. So
yeah,
I think that's it.
Yeah, don't forget that I got a book
John's
too.
got a book. Don't forget to get his book.
Yes.
Parkhoppers.com
/ Disney Bucket List, all one word.
Okay.
And we've got free shipping as well. And I autographed the books. I don't have a fancy dancy list like Tony does, but I wrote a book too. I co-wrote a book. So
yeah, we should probably just set up a single site, like put them both on Disney Parks Podcast or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. So there'll be more books to come.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I don't have anything else. You have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So we don't have any other choice but then to get into
the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
Well, hey, we've got more news about the Season of the Force that's arriving at Disneyland Paris soon. The future is not so far away because Disneyland Paris will awaken the Force with an all-new exclusive celebration of the Star Wars saga featuring live characters and stunning, I say stunning, entertainment. For a limited time only in early 2017, Disneyland Paris will be gripped by the Season of the Force. Now, there's three things we're going to focus on. The Walt Disney Studios, which is the second park at Disneyland Paris. If you didn't know, there's another park there. It's not just the one park. Disneyland's Walt Disney Studios Park will present a giant nighttime spectacular, which will transport guests into the heart of the Star Wars saga. This show, only available at Disneyland Paris, will combine live entertainment, breathtaking special effects, and an epic sound and light show projected on the park's most iconic architecture. And it'll probably mostly be in French, which would be really awkward. The second thing is, throughout the day, guests will be able to come face-to-face with heroes from the Star Wars universe, encounter a patrol of stormtroopers, face some of the most powerful members of the dark side, or join the rebellion with the oh-so-friendly Chewbacca. This experience is guaranteed to dazzle everyone from the youngest Padawan to the wisest Jedi. So from January 14th to March 26th of 2017, come to the Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris and let the Force be with you with Star Wars Season of the Force. So as more information comes out, we want to let you guys know because a lot of people just came back from the Disneyland Paris half marathon weekend. That was a big deal. So they're starting to do some more things over there in that Disneyland Paris. You got to watch it. There's a sneaky bunch over there.
Yeah. That was their first marathon for Disneyland Paris, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's good. I think Hong Kong had one too recently. Their inaugural marathon as well.
That I do not know about.
Yeah. And I thought this was weird, the story that they were doing the Season of the Force, because I thought they had done this, and maybe they had done it, and then maybe they're bringing it back, but maybe I was thinking about Hong Kong doing it. And it sounded like the similar kind of thing, so...
Yeah, we've talked about this 3 weeks ago. They've got some more information out, but I think they've got firmed up dates.
Yeah,
I think that was the addition. So, yeah, we talked about it a while back, but now we know exactly more information.
Yeah, because that was a fresh press release for them.
Right.
So.
Right. Just makes me want to go to Disneyland. I just want to go to all the Disney parks again.
Yeah. I'll tell you something funny. I go to Disney's press site for Disneyland Paris to get, whatever press release they have. And it's funny, the French thing has got like 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. And when you hit the English button, the site completely changes and you get like 1 story. It's like, if you're French, we'll tell you all these great things. If you want the English, we don't care so much.
Right.
Just thinking Americans, we don't know.
We don't like you English people.
So I thought it was just weird. So sometimes what I do is I just copy some of it and drop it into Google Translate to see if it's something that we really do want to talk about.
Right.
That, could be interesting. So anyway, thank you, Disney, for, making it harder for us.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
Free media for your park, but you make it more difficult for us to get the news. All right. If you're a Walt Disney World pass holder, you probably fell off your seat on Saturday when the internet blew up that you were getting more benefits for your pass. And these are fantastic. So if you did not hear, if you were nowhere near the internet this weekend, there is new benefits for the pass holders. Now, there is new dining and merchandise benefits for pass holders. The pass holders will receive 10% off food and non-alcoholic beverages at select table service restaurants at theme parks and Disney Resort hotels, in addition to 20% off purchases at Disney-owned and operated merchandise locations. These new benefits will continue even after the anniversary comes to an end September 30th, 2017. So maybe they are going to do it a little bit longer than we think.
Nice. They should just make it retro and keep it the whole time. Keep it until the 50th anniversary and then up it to 25%.
Yeah, exactly. Even more savings exclusively during the 45th anniversary. In addition to the ongoing benefits, pass holders can save up to 20% off the price of food and non-alcoholic beverages at select resorts in the theme park and resorts and Disney Springs, as well as dinner shows. That is ludicrous. Pass holders can choose from 45 participating restaurants. Get it? 45? Get it? See what they did there?
I see what you did there, Disney. Very nice.
Yeah. 45 participating restaurants in the special offer during the 45th anniversary year that now runs through September 3rd. Among the great restaurant choices are signature restaurants such as the Flying Fish, Artist Point, and Citrico's. And for the first time in forever, savings available at quick service locations.
You did not just say that.
I did. I did. Now, here's the other bonus, my dear friends out there, pass holders. You can get 13 months for the price of 12. Guests who purchase a 12-month pass, I don't know of any other kind, will enjoy 13 months of unsurpassed pass holder magic filled with seasonal events, unique attractions, stellar entertainment. New passes must be purchased between October 2nd and January 3rd, 2017, and mine does not expire during that time. Prices vary depending on the pass. Selected weekdays, silver, gold, platinum, platinum plus, blah, 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 blah. So, hey, there you go. Disney, you can't say now, kids, that Disney doesn't give us anything because they gave us that.
They gave us that.
And then there was that.
And Disney's in the back going,
we're done. We're out to 2017. We don't have to give them anything.
We gave you a button on the first. We gave you 20%. Now shut up and come to the parks.
Don't bother us for another year.
Spend your money. That's what we want.
Exactly. Hey, back in the day when I first moved here 6 years ago, we used to get 20% off. That was, depending on the pass you bought, you can get 20% off. It wasn't on food, but at least it was on merchandise. That's how I feel. I think half of my house.
That's shocking.
Yeah. So. All right, kid. We have another sponsor, MagicYourBands.com. If you would like something to jazz up and bedazzle your magic band, go over to magicyourbands.com. They have hundreds of designs pre-made that you can just pick, select, order, have them shipped to your house, all for a great fee. Or you can upload your own picture, custom design your own magic band. You can put your name on it, your anniversary date, your birthday date, your kids' names, all that kind of stuff. If you're having a celebration, you can do, a whole bunch of different kinds of things. Customize them, and they will do all that. Upon checkout, use the coupon code Disney Parks Podcast, all one word, and you'll get 10% off your order. So go check out magicyourbands.com.
Yeah, and while everybody was losing their mind over the new 20% off for annual pass holders, I was losing my mind over this news story because this is something that I came into the Disney fold kind of late. Anybody that's listened to the show knows that. So I've really only been about 10, 11 years really into the Disney madness. So one of the things that Disney used to have that I really hated that I missed was this Muppet Mobile Lab, because it looked amazing. And I'm fascinated by the technology that allows this thing to work. Guess who's back? Back again.
Speaker.
Muppet Lab. Tell a friend.
So Mr. Honeydew. Professor Honeydew.
Bunsen Honeydew. So the
One of my
Muppet
favorite Muppet characters.
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's crazy. So reportedly, and I've seen videos. So the Muppet Mobile Lab has returned to Epcot after a several-year hiatus. The show will only be at the park for the next 4 weeks. Why? 4 weeks. So Muppet Mobile Labs, if you don't know, is a free-roving audio animatronic entertainment attraction designed by Walt Disney Imagineering that was originally tested at Disney California Adventure, Epcot, at Walt Disney World, and at Hong Kong Disneyland for an extended period. It was shipped back to Walt Disney World with the intention of adding it to Disney's Hollywood Studios, but for some crazy reason, it's going to just be at Epcot for now.
It got misaddressed in the shipping label.
That's right. That's right. It'll then head over to Hollywood Studios at the conclusion of this test. The project began as a continuation of Disney's Living Character Initiative, a program that generated other interactive shows at Disney theme parks, including Lucky the Dinosaur, which you got a chance to see a few years ago, Turtle Talk with Crush, the Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor, and the Stitch Encounter, which if you haven't been to Disneyland Paris or some of the other parks around the world, the Stitch Encounter is the exact same thing as Turtle Talk with Crush, but except it's Stitch and Stitch themed. So yeah, this is amazing. This is a totally self-contained audio animatronic entertainment thing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I saw video of it and was as amazed as I was when I saw it years ago. So I can't wait to go over to Epcot and see this.
The characters actually interact with the guests. Beaker can squirt water at them from his little water pistol up front. It's a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment. I think it was great. The other thing that they don't mention in here, and I remember seeing it, I have a picture somewhere in my archives. There was a free roaming Wally back in the day too, kind of like Push the trash can.
That makes so much more sense. And I think did I see a video where Push was out and about in Claremont this past weekend?
Yeah, I think there was an event, and those guys probably, I think they were the guys from the WDW Today podcast.
Yeah.
Had an event in Claremont, and I think they hired Push the trash can.
I'm so jealous that Push made a guest appearance.
Yeah. But this Wally thing was quite good, too. It's, kind of like an R2-D2 kind of thing. He can beep beep, and his eyes, went, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I always liked, the mobile Muppet Lab, the Muppets Mobile Lab thing. I always, would try and hunt it down, and try and get, an encounter with the, like I said, they were two of my favorite characters, and we did get to see Lucky. Lucky is in Burbank, California at Disney Imagineering. He sits in a dark, climate-controlled room, because he has this latex rubbery skin that really can't stand the sunlight or the weather anymore. It's very fragile, as they would say in Italian. And but he's huge. He's big. He's a lot of fun. If you get the right Imagineer or puppeteer, right. working the shticks and doing the voice stuff. Right. And they kind of gave us a chance to move him around a little bit. He's a lot harder to operate than you would think. You would think it'd be like a remote control, car or something. He's a lot harder to move than that. So, but I'm glad it's back. I'm happy it's back.
Well, I think this is great, especially since now they've got that great moments in history with the Muppets thing over at the Magic Kingdom, which that looks so amazing. I have not seen it live, but the video was just incredible. So Parkhopper Sid and I were talking about going over there as soon as possible to go see it. We just haven't had. We finally finished everything with the move, so now we're just doing unpacking for the rest of our lives. So. Right. So we'll go over there and check it out. I think we're probably going to go over to Epcot tomorrow night. There's some guests who are in town to see us, and I think we're going to try to go over there and meet up with them. So maybe we'll bump into the mobile lab. I don't know. I don't know if they do that past 5 o'clock. Or if they do like Magic Kingdom does and shut all the Streetmosphere stuff down.
I remember them not running really late into the day. I'd say 3, maybe somewhere between 3 and 5 would probably be the latest you can see them.
Right.
As soon as dusk came around, I guess they started pulling them in for whatever reason.
Right. Well, guys, very excited about what's going on here at Disney Parks Podcast. If you guys like what you hear, if you like what you see on Tuesday nights, if you'd like to see more cool things, please let us know. You can shoot us an email at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. And the other thing is, if you're really a big fan, you really love what we're doing, you want to help keep the show on the air, you want to keep us doing what we're doing, I would implore you to visit patreon.com/DisneyParksPodcast and help support the show. You can donate as much as or as little as $1 every month, or as much as you would like to every month. And we have some phenomenal rewards. So every tier of support that you give, we have another tier of really cool rewards that we've planned out. So please visit patreon.com/DisneyParksPodcast. And you could be one of our Patreons, just like these guys. David Maruka, thank you. Stacey Miller, thank you. Willie, thank you very much. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you so much for, helping keep the Disney Parks Podcast on the air.
That sounds good. If you're a DVC member, we have some news for you. They started planning their holiday things, holiday parties. And for Christmas, on Saturday, December 24th, I hate when Christmas is on Saturday. On Saturday, December 24th, DVC will host the Mickey's Christmas Carol dinner party in the Fantasia Ballroom at Disney's Contemporary Resort. From 3 to 5 p.m., attendees will enjoy a buffet dinner, holiday music, activities, photo opportunities with Disney characters dressed in their best holiday garb.
Now, is that like a Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah,
dinner?
It's a Jimmy Buffett dinner.
So it's margaritas and salt?
Yeah, yep, exactly that. The event menu features beef medallions with Dijon and tarragon demi-glaze, sliced ham and cherry onion chutney, and a loaded mashed potato bar, which is good stuff. Dessert offerings include hot chocolate, warm apple cider, and a selection for dessert items prepared by Disney pastry chefs. The price for the Christmas Eve dinner is a mere $68.60 for adults, $30 for kids. If you can find a kid that can eat $30 worth of food, I'd be surprised. Reservations are required and will be offered. They will start taking reservations on September 29th. If I can learn how to talk, you can call DVC Member Services to reserve. Now, also then they're calling it New Year's Eve. It's really New Year's Day brunch will be on January 1st, 2017. Also hosted at the Fantasia Ballroom, and this brunch will run from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The brunch offers a buffet menu. Disney characters, including fairy friends, will be there. Arts and crafts.
You mean like Tinkerbell and all her friends, right?
I hope so. Arts and crafts and complimentary photo services. Highlights of the brunch menu include a spinach and feta cheese frittata, Anita Dreams grilled chicken, and maple ginger glaze, and of course, Mickey waffles. The New Year's Eve brunch was a mere $53.95 per adult, and it's only $29.95 for kids. And reservations for this will begin on October 6th, so that's starting soon. Both events will need to be paid in full at the time of booking. No discounts will apply. A DVC member card must be present upon arrival. Your party size is limited to a DVC member and 5 guests. So it's a total of 6. And that's it. So contact member services. I think, what is it, 800 something. I don't know that number off the top of my head.
You're the best podcaster out there.
I should know that, but I know it's 800 something. We'll find the number. We'll post it in the show notes. But yeah, so that's nice that they do these events. I guess if you, it is. I will tell you, it is very hard to find a reservation for a place to eat, especially on Christmas Eve. So if you're, if you don't have a reservation for Christmas Eve, this may be your last resort for a meal without running out to 192 to grab something from McDonald's. So go check them out. And I do like the characters. They do have some pretty fun character costumes, especially the Mickey. Mickey is either in his real dressed up holiday stuff or his sweater, his Christmas sweater and stuff. So you can check that out. All right, what else we got there, John?
All right, so they were back in the day when they were devising Epcot. One of the things that the Imagineers had originally talked about, was not having the characters in Epcot. Remember reading about that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny to me when I read stories that now the characters are going to start popping up in different places that don't necessarily make a ton of sense, but it does make sense if you think about it. So if you've ever dreamed of meeting a Disney princess during a visit to Walt Disney World, but you're only going to Disney Springs, then your wish is about to come true during a 1-month limited time only, set to debut on this past Saturday, October 1st. With surprise appearances each day, you could meet Cinderella or Snow White or Aurora, Tiana, or any other visiting princess. There's no set times for specific characters, but you're always sure to receive a royal reception. With a Disney PhotoPass photographer on hand to capture each interaction, these magical moments will be available for guests to purchase or download as part of your Memory Maker product purchase. Interested in a royal reception of your own? Well, visit World of Disney between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. From October 1st through November 1st of 2016. And once you check in, a cast member will share the approximate wait time and return instructions when it's time for you to return to the queue. You'll be moments away then from meeting your very own Disney princess.
Yeah, they're doing this in the old Bippity Bop Boutique location. Yeah. That's what they're filling that space with right now. And from what I hear, the rumor going around is this is going to stay. And it's probably going to flip from princesses to other characters. This month it'll be princesses. Next month it could be Toy Story people. Next month it could be the Fab Five. So that's what I'm hearing. That's the rumor going around.
That's cool. That's great. That's a great use of space. Why not?
Also, we should recognize that this is the first time that there are characters outside of a theme park.
Okay. Outside of a theme park or a resort.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense because there are resorts that aren't Disney
that have characters.
Guest breakfast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's another good thing. I think something to do, and I think that is good because for locals that maybe don't have an annual pass and want to get a little character love, this is a great opportunity for you to get your character love without having to pay for a theme park ticket.
Yeah, it's also great if you are a local and you've got family visiting that's not going to purchase a ticket.
Right.
You'll be able to at least have some type of a character interaction with, especially if there's kids involved. So that, I think this is huge. We rag on Disney pretty hard sometimes, but this is a good deal.
Yeah. I think somebody bumped their head for the 45th. Somebody said, you know what? Maybe we've given it to those pass holders long enough. Maybe we need to step up our game.
Let's loosen the purse strings for just a moment. Hey, we haven't given them Pandora. Let's give them something.
Exactly. All right. Last week's trivia question was Mickey's Nutcracker was popular holiday show at which Disney theme park? And the correct answer is ding, 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 Disneyland. And Vanessa from NorCal answered correctly. So, Vanessa, if you send us your mailing address, we will send you something. All right, this week's trivia question is Disneyland related, but I think comes with a little fun twist. Here's the question. What world-famous Disney couple took the last ride on the Skyway at Disneyland before it closed in 1994?
Lilo and Stitch.
You're right.
Of course I am.
Maybe it was Walt. Maybe it was Roy and his wife. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can go and try and Google that answer and see what you come up with. So Skyway. I really wish the Skyway was still here today. I think they could have done it, still kept it. I think they could have used it as transportation. Don't get me started on the Skyway. I don't think there's any reason for the Skyway to go away. But anyway. All right. Once again, there's a little change in bus service from a Disney resort going to Typhoon Lagoon. I don't know why they keep doing this, but they are. Beginning on October 7th, there will be a change in bus service from any Walt Disney World resort to Typhoon Lagoon Water Park. Guests will need to take a bus to Disney Springs and then take a shuttle bus to Typhoon Lagoon. This service will be available 45 minutes before Typhoon Lagoon opens until 1 hour after it closes. And to get to Blizzard Beach, guests need to take a bus to the Animal Kingdom and then take a shuttle to the water park. I don't know. I don't know why they're not running direct buses to Typhoon and Blizzard Beach. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe there's not enough buses anymore. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking is. It does. I sometimes I want to call them and go, can you elaborate on why there's no direct service? I guess when you have 22 resorts and you're running a bus from every resort to the theme park and we're getting towards the off season again, I guess it really doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. It's better. Yeah. It's easier to bring them all to one central location and then bring them over. I guess makes it easier. So anyway, that's it for that short story.
Well, guys, just when you thought that all the construction at Disney Springs was done, as the immortal Stone Cold Steve Austin would say,
yeah,
because
it's not going to be done.
A third parking lot. Okay, so we went for years and had no parking garages. Okay, Disney World.
Or no parking at all, really, for that matter.
We're not doing parking garages. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, y'all, we got some parking structures that can go up. Let's build some more of those because we've got a third parking garage being planned for Disney Springs with a little bit of a twist. A new parking garage and pedestrian bridge is planned for Disney Springs. This post that we found said that the plans for a third garage was approved by the Reedy Creek Improvement District, who will own and operate the building. It will be located near the Casting and Speedway, which is the gas station right across the street from Disney Springs. It will accommodate 2,000 cars for guests, cast members, and operating participant employees. Like the current parking garages, this one will feature the overhead lighting system that will let drivers know which spaces are open and which are not. The pedestrian bridge will also, again, go across Buena Vista Drive. Work will begin on this project in 2017 and be completed a mere 2 years later.
Yeah. Now, I originally heard that this garage was going to be a cast member only garage.
I think it should be.
Yeah. So thinking that there's guests, and I think when we get to like the high season, Christmas and holidays and things like that, I have a feeling this garage will turn into a cast member only garage. Or just be overflow for whatever the other two garages can take. But and maybe they'll force the cast members to go somewhere else to park. I don't know.
Right.
But I and I had this suspicion feeling because all the cast members that worked down there that were telling me that they had heard that was going to be the first parking garage that we're going to make was this one to put all the cast members' cars, so that they didn't have to park inconveniently somewhere else. But I guess they figure, well, they're cast members. They can walk a little bit further until we get the guests taken care of. And this is small compared to the others. I've heard the other two garages hold 5,000 or more,
right?
And this one's only a 2,000. So this is a small garage.
What I really hate is we just now finally got back to the point where traffic is somewhat normal. Now we have to go through another bridge. It would be nice.
Yeah, but they'll do that at night. We won't know about it.
Yeah, but it would be nice if they could tie into a pre-existing, bridge. I don't know. I don't remember where all the bridges are on Lake Buena Vista, but hey, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this year with no construction in that area of town for a while, and then we'll see what happens come 2017.
Yeah. We'll see what really happens around Christmas time with the two garages. These garages are going to get filled up quicker than Disney thinks. And there's still really not enough surface parking, I don't think, in my opinion.
Right.
I think everywhere there's surface, there should be a garage. In the back by Cirque du Soleil in that nice strawberry lot, I think they should build a 10-story parking garage.
Yeah, and that seems to make a lot of sense. Although the sight lines for the Saratoga Springs, and also the
Port Old Key West.
No, the golf course there too.
Yeah.
You have to factor
that
in.
What's the matter? You don't like looking at a parking garage?
Have you ever played golf at Lake Buena Vista Golf Course?
No.
Yeah, if I was paying those prices, I don't want to look at a 10-story garage either. I'd rather have a nice view of Disney Springs and think, oh man, I got to go shopping there later on.
Yeah. We'll see what Disney does after this Christmas. After both these garages have been completed now, this will be their first holiday season, and they'll make a good one. On a Friday or Saturday night, line fills up very easily because it's the garage that everybody can get into. You can turn into it from the left, or you can turn into it from the right. It's the orange one that you can't make a left-hand turn into the garage. You can only get to it from the northbound, I guess, side of Buena Vista.
Yeah, so, that's a problem.
Yeah, that was. I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay, there was a survey Disney was bouncing around the internet to different guests and I guess people that were on their email list. And something about changes to the PhotoPass Memory Maker product. So in this recent survey sent out to guests, Disney has been gauging interest in an expanded PhotoPass Memory Maker product. In addition to the regular PhotoPass service throughout the parks, onboard attractions and things like that, the survey outlines several new things. One, would the guests be interested in a private photo session of 5 to 15 photos prior to park opening? Would you?
Heck yeah, I would. Sign me up for that.
Okay. Would you be interested in a separate line, a character meet and greets for guests who have purchased a special package?
Yeah. If I wanted to purchase this package, I would expect to have a special fast pass line.
Okay. Would you be interested in a 360-degree video of the character meet and greets?
Absolutely, I would.
Okay. Would you be interested in camera stations in areas accessible only to guests with certain photo packages?
With the package?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see how this one's fleshed out a little bit more. This one kind of bothers me a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I think so. If I had this package, I'd be like, heck yeah, I want my own space. So yeah.
Would you be interested in 1 year of photo and video storage?
No, I would not. I'd rather have those to myself, please. Thank you.
Yeah. The problem is if you store them, how do you get them back if you decide not to? And the last one is, along with the new features, would, of course, come a price increase. And the survey is suggesting a price around $100 to $180. Yikes. $180. I'll tell you, for $180, you can go to Amazon and get your own camera. Just saying. And bring that. And then you don't need a PhotoPass person.
So is this for a year or for just
it would be your memory maker for your length of stay trip?
Yeah, maybe. You know, there's a lot of people who would pay for this because a lot of times mom and dad are not in the picture. So yeah. All those really cool things. Yeah, I think it would be worth $180. So if I was there for a week and I did like what we've got now, Play, Stay, and Dine is happening right now, and I paid $180, $150, let's go in the middle, $150 for this. Yeah, I would probably be down with that.
Yeah. It'd also be interesting to see if some of these things, like a separate line at the character meet and greets, if that was also during like Halloween and Christmas party, because that's usually when those character lines get a little unwieldy, those special character opportunities. So if that was the case during the party, I would buy it for a party or something, just to kind of
right. The thing that I'm not a big fan of, and that's why I kind of hesitated on the camera stations. It's like, we're going to go set these camera stations up, and let's say there's 10 camera stations at the most iconic places in Walt Disney World. We're talking about those automated camera stations.
Right.
We're not talking about a camera person standing there. I would be a little more hesitant about that, because it's like, yeah, I understand the initial investment to put the camera stations out there, but at the same time, it's like, I'm paying $180. I can't have somebody stand there. I mean, I know you're only paying them like $10 an hour. And more than one person is going to freaking stand here and do this.
Yeah.
So,
and they were doing that test at the Magic Kingdom by the Sword in the Stone area over in Fantasyland. So I didn't have the opportunity. I don't know if it's still there. I've heard it's been on and off. But I'd like to see it in action and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I understand that having a human out there is interesting. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
But I am not yet ready to the point where it's just like, where they finally get rid of all the human elements at the Walt Disney World. You walk up and it's like, hello, welcome to the Carousel of Progress. If you'll put your feet on all the painted signs on the floor, we'll take your picture. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, say cheese. Thank you for using your Disney PhotoPass memory maker. Please move on to the next portion of this attraction. I'm just not ready for that yet.
All right.
That's just me. That's just me, because the two things that we have against that is technology doesn't always work, and technology doesn't always work with the rainstorm.
Yeah. If they had like a little Eva robot floating around, maybe taking my picture, I might be interested in that.
Yeah, I'm just reading the chat room. Vince, now that he has this option on his annual pass, he got a number of photos. He's very impressed with them. A lot of people are saying that. Plus, you've got those, little magic photos too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Vince is talking about like he offers people, I'll take your photo for. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I did the photos at the GM test track today. They're the ones that are automated. Quality is not good at all. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's always better. A human element is always better.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some of those humans are knowledgeable people in photography. Others are not. If you're going to put a human to do that, at least make sure they have some photo skills.
Sure. It's like
operate the camera a little bit.
Right. Well, it's like going to Lowe's or Home Depot. I don't even want to regale you with the story of yesterday. Yeah. But I was bold-faced lied to yesterday to my face. Yeah. So yeah, you the human element also has a negative thing as well.
Right.
So anyway, we'll talk about that at a later date. So let me ask you a quick question before we do this next news story. Did you enjoy the live action Jungle Book that came out this year?
The live action. Oh, that was the one we saw, right?
Right. Yeah.
Let me think about that. Yes and no.
Well, you or I are in agreement. There should have been more Sherman Brothers tunes, but if you take that off the table.
Yeah. If I take that off the table, I found it interesting, I guess from a cinematic creation standpoint, that there was only one real person and then the entire movie, and the rest of it was made up on a computer. Right. And I guess maybe that was the disappointing part for me. But from a cinematic, hey, wow, look at this great technology. They made this movie and there's only one kid in the whole movie that's real.
Yeah. Plus, I thought the story was good.
The story was pretty good.
It didn't necessarily follow the story of the original Jungle Book, but it was still a great story.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't go too far down the Jungle Book path, but.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because the same person that directed and helped create that movie, Jon Favreau, has also been tapped to reimagine The Lion King. And it's one thing to reimagine the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book's been out for a long time. It's a whole nother thing to touch the Lion King.
Yeah.
It's different. So Walt Disney Studios have officially confirmed that Jon Favreau, director of the 2016 Jungle Book, will help reimagine The Lion King. Now, the Jungle Book used groundbreaking technology to build photorealistic environments that were truly nothing short of breathtaking and led the film to make $965.8 million worldwide. Disney and Favreau are in development on a sequel to the Jungle Book right now, but it also makes perfect sense to use that same technology to bring The Lion King to life in a whole new way. Of course, the news is somewhat disappointing considering that this is another reimagining of a classic Disney film, which follows in the footsteps of Maleficent, I'll say it right, Cinderella, Jungle Book, Alice in Wonderland, Pete's Dragon, and the upcoming Beauty and the Beast, Cruella, Dumbo, the new Mary Poppins, and Tinkerbell films. Regardless, Favreau definitely helmed one of the better reimagined films. And so we're very excited about the possibility of The Lion King. Now, The Lion King was from 1994, which is a Disney animated feature that is also one of the biggest animated films of all time, with a lifetime global box office gross of $968.8 million.
That's almost $1 billion.
Yeah. Well, and it's just a few $100,000 off of what Jungle Book made.
Yeah.
It won 2 Academy Awards for original song and original score, 2 Grammy Awards, and was adopted into a Broadway musical that's been going strong for 19 years. Wow. Taking all those facts into consideration, you just know that it would not take Disney long to go, well, we should really do The Lion King. Jon Favreau, who was the architect for the Marvel Universe for a long time, because he did the very first Iron Man, had his hand in a lot of it before what's his name came in.
Not JJ.
No. I'll think of it in just a second. Anyway, before the guy that did Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Avengers.
Right.
Anyway, he kind of took over as the architect. Now the Russo brothers apparently have it. But if you remember all the Iron Man movies, Jon Favreau played Happy, who was the bodyguard / driver for Tony Stark. I love Favreau's work. I love his acting. I think he tells great stories. I thoroughly enjoy The Jungle Book. I would have loved to have had a few more renditions of some of the music from the Sherman Brothers, but I liked it. I'm questionably nervous about the Lion King movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be the same kind of thing. I mean, you have no humans in it at all. You have complete animals. So either they're going to use animals and then CGI the rest of it,
Right.
or they're going to, CGI the entire thing, because this has no humans in it. So, I don't know how you can call it a live action if nothing is alive.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we're going from an animated movie to another type of animation movie. It'll still be an animated movie. The question is, are we going to have the songs? We're going to have, we're going to have Timon and Pumbaa be the exact same way. How is this going to work? But it'll be interesting. I mean, hey, you know what? As long as it's quality and as long as it makes Disney money as a shareholder,
yeah, have at it.
Have at it, kids.
As a Disney fan, well, you're making me nervous.
Yeah, but I mean, if the movie sucks, who cares? I mean, we've always got the original Lion King. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they listed all the stuff that's coming up. So they got Beauty and the Beast, Cruella, Dumbo, Mary Poppins, and Tinkerbell. What out of those would you be most interested to go see?
Oh, that is such a deep question.
Just a movie.
I know my wife will be very excited about seeing Beauty and the Beast. Plus Hermione playing Belle, so that's a big deal. I have no desire to see Cruella because of all the Disney movies. I love 101 Dalmatians. I hate the character of Cruella de Vil. I always have.
Well, you're a dog person, and you don't want your puppies turned into coats.
I can take Tinkerbell off the because I've seen enough of the Tinkerbell animated movies. I'm a little tired of Tinkerbell because it's Tinkerbell. It's not Tinkerbell. It's Tinkerbell. It's Tinkerbell. It's one freaking word. Tinkerbell. So that pretty much leaves Dumbo and Mary Poppins. I'd be fascinated to see what they do with Dumbo, but it's Dumbo, and then the Mary Poppins thing it's a sequel. It's not really like a retelling of the original. Yeah. It's a sequel. So, so probably Mary Poppins, Dumbo, and then Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. Do you remember Disney made a movie, maybe it was called Jumbo, the one with Ray Liotta about the elephant? I thought that was Disney's live-action version of Dumbo.
Operation Dumbo Drop?
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was Disney's. Why are you going back now again, Disney? Did that not make enough money for you? No, it didn't.
Well, Ray Liotta is, he just doesn't strike me as a Disney person. So.
Yeah. So I think I'd be interested to see probably Mary Poppins, Tinkerbell, and then Beauty and the Beast. That would be my top 3 out of that list.
All right.
I'm interested to see, there's so many, versions of the Tinkerbell story. There's the Hook one. There's one they did like last year, the year before, the other Peter Pan. They always are trying to make something more of the Tinkerbell than there is. I don't know. And
she was a MacGuffin at best.
Yeah.
She's A, the reason that they could fly, and B, she's the reason that she's the MacGuffin to help Peter move forward in the story.
Yeah. And, I love Mary Poppins, and I cringe, every time I read something, I'm like, oh my God, please don't screw that up, please. So I yes, I want to see it, but I don't also want them to, I don't know. I don't want them to ruin it. I really don't.
Well, here's the thing.
You did it so well the first time. Why do you have to go back? That's my problem.
Well, they're not going back. They're just a sequel. It's not. They're not doing the same movie again. It's a sequel. And look here. Really, there would be no Toy Story 2, no Toy Story 3, no Toy Story 4. If you really feel that way about sequels, buddy, I mean, just stop and think about that.
I'm not saying it's sequels. I'm just saying it's this movie.
Okay. Well, and see, here's the thing for me. I love. I've read all of them, all of the John Carter of Mars books. I've read all of them, and several of them multiple times. I love John Carter of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was not horrible. It just, Disney didn't do a really good job of it. I loved The Lone Ranger when I was a kid.
Right.
Disney did not do a good job of it. I blame Johnny Depp. But when you have something that you love so much, like let's just hypothetically say that the Toy Story 4 thing sucks. It's possible. It's possible. You know, anything could happen. They might not have the right story. They could be pushed for time. They could be, just throwing it together. They could be phoning it in. Anything could happen.
Right.
But once you've gone through that with a property that you love, we'll always have Mary Poppins. We'll always have Julie Andrews. We'll always have Bert. We'll always have that. This is not that. And if you've read any of those stories, you know that, they have very little to do with the books.
Right.
They're an amalgam of the books. So,
right.
You kind of get used to it. And Vince makes a very good point. Flubber, Shaggy DA, Oz, The Great and Powerful.
Yeah, I could see them going back and making those. So I think some of those, the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yeah, but look at what they did with Maleficent. I mean, I thought Maleficent was a great movie.
That was a good story. That was a good story.
Yeah. I think that they could. I think they could do that, and I know they're going to do multiple. They're going to do another one.
Mm.
I don't know what story they're going to tell. I didn't know what story they were going to tell the first time. So, All right. So moving forward.
Yep. All right, kids, get your wallets, your credit cards, your money out because Disney is looking to get most of it into their coffers. Ethan Allen has partnered up with Disney and launching a complete home decor design. Ethan Allen. It's a new collection of Disney furniture, home accessories. The official launch is on November 18th, but right now they're having a pre-sale on some select items that you can go to. So go to ethanallen.com. You'll see the Disney stuff plastered all over their homepage, and then you can click on it. The collection is full of whimsical and yet sophisticated pieces featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. The prices for the collection range from $39 all the way up to $1,599. And I didn't see anything for $39 on the site. Maybe they haven't launched those items yet. Some of the stuff is really nice. Some of it's just weird. Some of it's just like kind of art pieces that you can just hang on the wall. So, it's interesting. I think this is something that Disney misses on the adults because the adults are like, hey, I want to Disneyfy my house. And there's really not a lot of great ways, I don't think, to do that. And having this furniture collection, I think, is a great way, to bring a little Disneyfy stuff to your house.
Yeah, I looked at the furniture and it was amazing. And as great as it is, Disney is missing out on a golden opportunity. And I just don't understand why they haven't done this yet.
Yeah.
Disney needs to set up an online store to purchase some of the items on property. Just stop and think. If you could buy a wrought iron stool or a bench, just like you can see in the Magic Kingdom, what if you could buy the sconces from the different parks or the different resorts? Because I'm a sconce guy. I love the sconces, like the ones from Animal Kingdom, where it's got like the the two characters from the Beastly Kingdom, or like the sconces from, Wilderness Lodge. I love all that stuff. You could buy the specific bedspreads and stuff from the different places. You could buy the rugs and stuff like they have the front of the parks. You could buy the different things. I would love to have all that stuff. And they kind of sort of do that with the marketplace co-op, some of the signs and stuff. But I'm talking specifically like the chairs on the Disney Cruise Line in the Animator's Palette. Mm-hmm. The chairs are Mickey chairs. I can't explain it any better than they're Mickey colors and odd shape. I would buy a set of those tomorrow.
I know. They used to have chairs like that, John, back in the day. And there was even a club chair that they used to make, a leather club chair that, was Mickey-fied. So they used to do that, and I think they're getting back into it. I'm glad they're partnering with a real furniture company, Ethan Allen, and not like, IKEA.
Yeah, exactly. I wish they would do stuff that's specifically from like the parks instead of going out and let's create something new with Ethan Allen. I'm like, well, that's great, but that's my thought.
Yeah. And the second piece that Disney is looking to dig into your wallet for is the shoe company Vans, or Vans Off the Wall. That's the real name of the company. Is putting out a line of Toy Story shoes. And it's been 21 years since Toy Story first came out. And now they're giving us Toy Story fans something we've all been waiting for. There's been Star Wars shoes. There's been the Mickey shoes. There's been some Little Mermaid shoes and princess shoes and things like that. And now they're doing a complete Toy Story line. There's been some images online. There's going to be a Woody shoe, a Buzz Lightyear shoe, some Bo Peep shoes. I even saw one of all the crazy toys from Sid's room. Some of these will be high tops. Some of them will be slip-ons. Some of them will be lace-up shoes. It was funny. The Buzz and the Woody shoes say Andy on the bottom, much like Andy and Buzz's shoes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they say Andy on the bottom, just like that. Now, the rumor is that this collection of shoes is going to drop on October 7th, which is this Thursday. So go check out Vans.com and see if they're online. They're going to be in shoe stores and online, both places. So
Thursday, every hour on the hour, you're going to be like,
refresh.
Oh, sweet Christmas. Take my money.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. I emailed Vans, and the only thing they could tell me is it's happening soon. They wouldn't tell me the day. They wouldn't tell me the time. Check our site daily.
Corporate speak.
I'm like, get out of here. What the hell? I got a life. Just tell me when the shoes are coming so I can give you the money. Do you want the money? I have the money. I'll give you the money.
Show me the money.
Yeah, I'll show you money. Come on, show me the shoes. It's somebody, I don't know who I was telling us to. Vans don't run wide. They don't make double E, triple E. So if you have a wide foot, you're kind of like,
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, this is a buzzkill for you because they really don't make shoes in wide widths.
It's more a buzz than Woody kill.
So that's it. The last thing we want to tell you is go check out our friend Kristen at diningatdisney.com. She has created and put together the ultimate Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2016 dining guide. This is everything you need to know and have in your pocket on your phone about the Food and Wine Festival. It's got everything all in one place. So go to diningatdisney.com and at checkout, use the coupon code DPP for 20% off. And first of all, the book's not that expensive. It's like $9.99 for the PDF, which you can put on your phone, which you should put on your phone, which you should take to the festival because you'll need it at the festival. And for her to give you 20% off, that's crazy. So go check it out at diningatdisney.com. All right, John, anything else?
No, we just want to encourage you guys to visit us over at Facebook at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. Visit us on Twitter at twitter.com/Disney Podcaster, and make sure that you visit us at DisneyParksPodcast.com.
And as we'd like to say around here, we will see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through.